Right, I resorted to taking the battery box off because I think that's how I did it before. I rechecked my videos and it was a little bit vague, so I'm hoping this will give me enough wiggle room to get in there without scratching anything, because that would be terrible. Oh thank goodness, so that's it. He says confidently. Still got to get past all this gubbins. Come on, don't scratch it, because that would be friggin' annoying. Come on. There we go. In she goes. Okay, finally after some wiggling got that started. It did take a bit of a jiggle though. The next bit is to fit this bracket at the rear of the bike, and one of the decisions I made on this project that I'm not entirely sure was the right one was to have this particular bracket plated, because I don't think having it silver is a wise idea. Okay, that's the bracket. Again, handheld, hand tight, so it'll just give me a bit of wiggle room to adjust other parts of the setup. This secures the top of the exhaust up here. It's time to start looking at the header pipes, and you can see now, let's just get that out there, why I needed to get the data plate on early, because once it's in there you can't get at that rivet, at least not easily. The first thing to go in are the exhaust gaskets, which should just press straight in to the exhaust ports, and that's a good fit. Okay, we're sort of getting there. I stopped filming because the pressure of filming yourself and jiggling an exhaust system is quite stressful. So I have the header pipes fitted into the tailpipe with the gasket in place and with the clamp in place, and with these loosely on here ready to take the half moon collets that clamp into the exhaust system. I begin to disagree with the manual. It shows that these face in this way, but if you do that, there's just not enough room on the studs in order to get in there. It makes no sense. Well, it does make sense if it fitted, but it doesn't seem to fit, so I'm a little bit confused. Okay, after much swearing, I seem to have developed a technique to get the collets into place. The main problem I was having really is that I think the parts diagrams are incorrect. Here I am doubting Honda's part diagrams, but there is no way that, as the part diagram shows, that you can get the exhaust collars on with the exhaust collets facing with the narrow edge outwards. It just isn't enough studs, and the only way I can see to do it is to reverse them, and then they work. So I'm going to go with that as a solution because it's the only thing I can think to do. I'm sure I'm probably wrong, but we'll find out soon enough. But either way, it's a bastard job. It's just fiddly. It's the next day, and I've tightened up the exhaust clamp that joins the front and the rear to one another. I've tightened up the front nuts to compress the gaskets, and so now it's time to fit the heat shield. I could wait to the end to put this on, but I'm being a bit of a tart, and I thought I would do it now just because it makes the bike look cosmetically better, and because I am plowing on with the jobs. Yeah, good start. Okay, the next job that I was doing is just tidying up some of the wiring loom. I'm still looking for the right sort of cable ties that I'm going to use, but at the moment the loom runs down the side of the frame and then it dives underneath, runs along this bar, it runs underneath the mountings for the air box, which tucks it neatly out the way. It's almost like it was designed to go there. Part of the loom runs underneath this crossbar, kept cable tied tight to the frame to avoid the exhaust, and then runs down the side of this leg here. It'll be tidier once it's finished, but that's the general plan. And that is my funky still to be painted side cover, which I think actually looks amazing in those various primers, but that's not the look we're going for.